Hey everybody. I am currently editing another video with Ryan and myself that's going to be going up next week on Tuesday, but I did not want to miss the opportunity to check in with everybody on Friday. Don't know what that noise was. Maybe a ghost. But anyways, this is a little quick and dirty video because I don't have my whole setup as I am still editing stuff. But the Black Friday, Cyber Monday is coming up. We're all talking about it. I thought this would be a good idea, a good time to talk about something that's kind of blown up a little bit over the last while, and it's called TikTok Shop. And let's just get into it. Yeah? Okay, great. To be clear, I want to be making the distinction between TikTok Shop and live shopping on TikTok. TikTok Shop is the feature and functionality that lets you pin items that are for sale on TikToks, as well as showing that product on lives as well. But then if you go to the shopping tab and you see that marketplace where you see items for sale, that is TikTok Shop. Live shopping is something that is enabled through that offering, and a lot of times they're pinned together, but just to make sure we're not using them interchangeably, that's TikTok Shop versus live shopping. Similar to the video that we had a little bit ago, if you remember, like, this is a trend, what I like about it, what I'd like to see it do, what I'd love to see it do. What I like about it, I like that it's trading, like, the whole idea behind it and live shopping in general is that it's like this authenticity trade. Like, you're trading on authentic opinions. It's not unique to live streams. We've had blogs that talk about things to buy. Had long form YouTube videos that talk about things to buy where you're getting this authenticity. This is just like a shorter road from that initial kind of connection to when you eventually get the sale. They're reducing friction, the amount of steps that you have to take from wanting to see something, needing to get validation on it, seeing that there's good or bad reviews in the marketplace on it, and then eventually turning that into a sale. TikTok Shop and live shopping have really shortened that. I like that. What it could do better, and what you should be looking out at if you're going to be doing something this holiday, is don't do what the live shopping is right now that everybody else is doing, which is basically just like a proxy for like a HSN, really, where they have like static product on the wall and somebody's just cycling through, and way to like really kill the vibe there if the whole point is that you are showing up authentically. Like, you're not going to get it that way. I just noticed that because I'm recording on an iPad, I'm looking at myself, but my sight line should really be at the camera. So I apologize for that. There's a lot of that, like, proxy of HSN or QVC on these things because it's an easy format. It's somewhat been proven. I mean, if you look at what live shopping is doing in Asia, it's essentially copying that same model. So if you're saying, well, it's, that's kind of the model, that's what works there. I like the stuff that is like an authentic creator that's making a video that's talking about something, which is getting harder for the people that are really good at it to see where that is an authentic kind of reaction they're having to the product. And then it's also eligible for a commission, so that if they promote it on their TikTok, they're going to get some money. And the stuff that is meant to feel like that, most of the time you can tell it apart, but at least when I can or cannot, I feel like when done well, there's a genuine connection there, and that genuine connection restores some of that authenticity that I'm looking for when I'm going in for, reviews and stuff like that. The HSN proxy is what I'm going to call it. This kind of like, just like live shopping where it's all on a wall and it's like, look at this, look at that, look at this. That's not doing anything for trust. What I have seen, though, is that along that same line, like most things. You got scammers, you have people doing fraud now. They're advertising what looks like one product, hyping it up, and then when people start receiving the product, you are getting not what was advertised. Now, luckily, because TikTok moves so fast, that feedback loop on people getting the product, reviewing it, tagging whatever other product they bought, and then like that getting flagged and people know that that's a scam, that feedback loop is happening faster now than ever before, but it's still happening, and it might poison the well some on this live shopping, because I have seen people that get very vocal saying, never buy from TikTok, shop again. Everybody's motivated to just make sales. And that is like the darker side of that coin, I guess. If you co-opt everybody into becoming an affiliate, the earning opportunity being unlimited, it can sometimes turn into this chaos hellscape where people are hawking everything and all of a sudden everybody's saying things authentically, so now nothing has authenticity to it. It's kind of like when in that video where I was talking about drop shipping, where they're like, oh, this is that one thing, this is that one product that's like it's super mismatched on the thing, like you can flip. It's like, yeah, it only works when you're the only person doing that. That's why there's a mismatch. That's why there's a gap in the market. But if you throw 1,000 people at that product, now you are now flooding that thing, and it's no longer this awesome deal and does not scale. So there are some hiccups there with people kind of going too far to get the sale, and watch out for that, I would say, if that's something that you're going to be going into for this holiday season. What would it take to really become something, or more like, what would I love to see out of this? Like, if you're going to be doing TikTok shop or venturing into this for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or anything in a holiday for the first time, if you're like, I want to just do something that nobody's doing, so that it, like, you know what I mean? Like, be different, garner attention. It's a really easy way to kind of outrank on what you get, on the kind of eyeballs you're going to get when there's something that's truly different like that. And I think if you blur the lines between engagement between entertainment and shopping, you're going to land on something really, really cool. It's showing up authentically, but you're not trying to just sell to us. You're saying, yes, so there is going to be product placement. There is going to be an integration of something I'm trying to hawk at you, but I understand you're here for content. You understand that I'm here to sell, and we've made this agreement between one another, and now we can move forward into something really engaging, because nobody's trying to like pull one over or fake UGC content or have an ad that is like, oh man, that felt weird. I think if you show up to that agreement very honestly, you can move past it and get to something that's really, really good. Something that I tried to do, I think it was a little bit too much ahead of its time, and the other parties were not as motivated. But at a company I used to work at, we tried to get something done with the Miss Maisel show that's on Amazon, or used to be on Amazon, and we tried to work with their, because it was a beauty company, so their makeup, all that was being used on set was our product already. And we were trying to work with the production team to get it featured on camera, and then we could leverage Amazon's like X-ray feature, where you can kind of pause on a show and get information on the actors and stuff like that. They had been doing some of that with product, where product would be featured and you could see it in that moment. But it had been done kind of retroactively up until that point, and not very intentional. But to have not even like a story element, but just a very intentional prop, like a lipstick that's being put onto this character that's known for being very glamorous, I thought it would have been this, like, we all know what's happening. It's not an accident that you're seeing it on the X-ray, that it's being featured right there. But in that moment, you're seeing that character, the story is engaging enough, and you're like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. I need that product. And you pause. Oh, it's right there. We've kind of already moved past that you're selling to me, that I'm there just for the content, and we've reached like a better agreement, and you get this like better experience from both ends. That kind of ooh moment where it works all the way around is something that I haven't seen done yet in live shopping, and it's obviously not the easy way to go, but I think it would be the very original way to break through the noise and get to something that nobody is doing with live shopping right now. So that's I had a little example here. This is consider this more of a spitball than anything, but like if you had something along the lines of like a Love Island show, or like a show that's that has like a reality element to it, where Survivor maybe, where you're watching it for other reasons than just the plot, that's an easy one to immediately start folding in product placement, or some other, not product placement, but like finding ways to highlight certain products organically within the live stream, to say, well, if it's Survivor and they're doing this challenge and it's being live streamed, and it's live streamed on TikTok Shop, or a platform that allows video and commerce to happen seamlessly between the two, and you see something on there in that moment, you're going to go, oh, well, that I'm engaging with that. I really resonate with XYZ. I love that thing they're wearing, or they're using this tool for this or that, and that looks amazing. It works within the confines of that narrative, but there's also an opportunity to grab a piece of that if you are so inclined. And then nobody feels like they were like taken out of that scene to get an ad sent to them. And the advertisers feel like they're getting way better targeting on the eyeballs, because it's not an ad, or it's not, I think it's the easiest way to say it is a more genuine expression of the relationship between advertisers and the audience that is giving its attention in exchange for content. I think ads are evolving, and we're going to have to figure out a new way to get to a place that's equitable for everyone if this system is going to remain in place in some way, shape, or form. I think TikTok Shop is a great proving ground for something like this, but there needs to be a point where we move past the quick sell or the live shopping, and we get to a more authentic place, because to me, those are going to be the ones that go viral for their content, and then you double dip and they go gangbusters on the sales because of the the virality of the content and the authenticity of the placement. So that's my 2 cents on that. I will leave it there. We're around 15 minutes. So I will see everybody next week. You'll see a great rant between Ryan and myself on Ember mugs, like those mugs that keep your drink warm, and the like the blue collar aesthetic. Like when DeWalt made like the little AirPods, or when like Milwaukee that makes drills makes like a boombox or a thermos or something like that. So very interesting conversation, goes here, there, and everywhere. So I will see you then, and until that time, it's been business as usual.